Alex, great to see you. What a performance out there today. 2-2 with Medvedev. Very comprehensive. How did you put it all together today?
Yeah, look, I think I just executed well today. I had a game plan and kind of executed the way I wanted to. I played the way I wanted to. I was very focused from the very first point to the last, and yeah, ultimately played a very good match. So happy days.
To dig into the strategy a little bit, because Medvedev's he's such a smart player out there, such a tricky opponent. He's usually the one playing defense, forcing you into difficult spots, making errors. How much of it was the balance between finding your own offense and having him create his own pace out there today?
Yeah, look, we've played many times now, and I think every time we play each other, it is a completely different tactical match. I think we're both look forward to our battles because we bring a lot of different variation to the game. And you know, I drew upon our last clay court match in Roland Garros, and I saw the kind of things that helped me be effective against him. And obviously today being a little bit warmer and bouncier and hotter conditions, I was able to get the ball out of his strike zone, get the ball spinning a lot, and wait for the right ball to be aggressive. So I think it was finding that balance between exactly making him generate, but also whenever I had the chance, go out there and take it to him.
Absolutely brilliant scoreline. With this today, 19th win of the year, leading the tour in wins, exceptional Q1. What's led to such a great start for 25 for you?
Just having that hunger and drive. I mean, it's always there, but at the end of last year, putting myself in the position where I've wanted to be in for so long, but not being physically 100%, it really gave me a lot of drive and hunger in the preseason. As soon as I was done with Turin and Davis Cup, you know, I took 2 days off and I went straight into preseason. And I just wanted to keep on improving and keep that momentum. And I saw all the things I was able to do without being at my peak physically. So for me, it was all about getting back to 100% health, and then just playing on momentum and seeing what I could achieve this year.
It's inspiring stuff, man. A lot of people, when they achieve something top 10, something monumental, it's easy to lose that. You kind of double down on it. So beautiful to hear that. Tell me something. What is the biggest difference between the hardcore demon and the dirt demon?
Yeah, look, it's a
the
great
demon either way, beast either way.
No, only the last couple of years. I've really found my feet the last couple of years, and I've really started to understand what makes me effective on a clay court. You know, the first couple years of my career on the clay, I wasn't very effective. I wasn't really comfortable on this surface, but it's taken a while to finally understand. But I would say probably the biggest difference is obviously height, spin. You know, natural ground strokes are ultimately a lot heavier. And I'm looking to open up the court with angles and depth a lot more, right? That's something that on a hard court, my natural ground stroke is already effective as it is quite flat, but on the clay, it's a lot less effective, and I need to find different ways to hurt my opponent, and that's with a lot of variety, with speed, height, angles, depth, and still being aggressive whenever I can.
Alex, you've told me that, of course, you have 2 people on your team that are working with you right now, Adolfo Gutierrez, who's been with you for a very long time, and Matt Reed, who's sort of your number 2. It's become a little bit more popular these days to have sort of a head coach, assistant coach type relationship. Why do you think that's more effective than sort of having one coach?
Look, I think it works for many reasons, and the first 2 that come to mind ultimately is that as a coach, the coaches have their own families, right? And it's very tough on them to be traveling every single week with us, right? Because ultimately the player is traveling or overseas about 45, 48 weeks of the year, right? And it's brutal to ask for another person to commit to that. So for that reason, you know, they can split the week, so that works well. And also I think it just brings energy always to the team, right? Because I'll do a stint with Adolfo, right? And it's 3-4 weeks, and by the end of it, maybe I'm losing a little bit of energy. But that's when Matt Reed comes in and brings the energy, because he's looking forward. He's just spent 4 weeks at home and he's full of energy, so he lifts me up. And then 4 weeks go by and Adolfo comes back, and it just brings that energy and that constant kind of intensity to make sure that I can put up the results week in and week out.
Brilliant insight into the thought process. Into the quarters here, 19th win of the season. So very importantly, how's the wedding budget coming along?
Well, I probably did lie to you before about the whole thing about having more drive and motivation and hunger and all that. But realistically, what's driving me at the moment is trying to earn some big bucks for this wedding budget. That's the only thing on my mind. Trying to win as many matches as I can, because I've started to look at venues and it's expensive. I can tell you that.
You know what? There's no better driver.
Yeah.
We can't wait to see the pictures. Still going, playing brilliant. Go get some rest, and good luck in the quarters.
Thank you very much.
Jason, Paul, that wedding budget, that's not no joke, guys.